watch it. So they brought us good match. It's a rivalry that goes back 100 years. So
Well, rivalry. I don't know.
rivalry,
Aaron Rodgers has
but
kind of owned them for the past.
well,
Nah,
yeah,
it is more of a rivalry now. So I will
because
say.
they got him 2-1 this past season. So that's why I say that.
Yes.
But I still remember when Aaron Rodgers ran into the end zone and said, "I still own you."
I do too.
I love that.
Oh,
Good old Aaron Rodgers. But what is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the KNC Sports Podcast. We are your hosts, as always, Caden and Cooper, back with another amazing episode. So, it's been a while since we last spoke, but we do have some news officially. As y'all already know, LeBron James has officially signed with a new team, his fourth new team. It's going to be the Philadelphia 76ers. We will get into that. Also, we'll be getting into a little bit about the NBA schedule with the full rollout being tomorrow, as well as the matchups that go along with it, and then we'll be getting to more of the NFL because, as y'all know, football is right around the corner in college and NFL, so things are heating up. So, Caden, LeBron did it. Fourth team in his career. It's going to be at the Philadelphia 76ers. What do we make of this decision?
I mean, obviously, it's a cop out. He's trying to win. He's joining another stacked roster. But I mean, he's 40 what? 41 years old, 42 years old now. Um, Obviously, I think it is the smartest decision for him, the best possible place for him to go, where he doesn't have to do too much, but just enough. Uh, Probably his best shot on a team on winning another chip. Um, I mean, I think if he wasn't going to go to one of his old teams, Philly was obviously the answer. So, not really too surprised about it.
Yeah, and a lot of people, I'm sure a lot of us, like the both of us, were both like, "Oh, Cleveland's a spot for sure," because that's what everybody was raving about leading up to the decision. I just think here's what I think: LeBron kind of already had his homecoming for the Cavaliers, which was 10 years
Right.
ago, because he did say, "I'm coming back home and bring a chip," and he did. He fulfilled that promise. Of course, he left again, but he still did it. So, and now he can be like, "Hey, I can try somewhere else where there's better contention." And Philadelphia overall is the better roster um,
Right.
moving forward.
100%. And then now it's Donovan Mitchell's city, bro.
Hmm.
Uh, Take over the team, be that guy. And I love Donovan Mitchell, bro. I'm rooting for him. So I think he'll be that guy in Cleveland. Hopefully, LeBron um can be quite literally be the fifth option on the Sixers, and all
Seriously.
of those guys can score 40 plus on any given night. And it's not like their starting five is great and then their bench is trash. The Sixers bench is still. I
It's
mean,
deep.
they made
Hmm.
some good signings there. So
If y'all aren't familiar with the Lakers starting lineup potential, it's going to be VJ Edgecombe, Tyrese Maxey, Jalen
you meant
Brown.
Sixers?
Yeah. Did I say the Sixers?
You said the Lakers.
Oh, I forgot LeBron's on the Lakers. The Lakers were on my head because of the whole news they had earlier. But no, they're going to have Tyrese, VJ, Jalen Brown, LeBron, and Joel Embiid. And that roster with a hopeful potential playoff run can go deep. And I really think this
Fully
is
healthy.
fully healthy, yes. As
Mind
we
you, this is
spoke,
one of the most injury prone teams in the league.
yes, and we know LeBron too has his deals with injuries. He just had that season beginning injury last season that kept him out for a while, and we know the history with Embiid. So I think this is the first time I can say fully confidently that the Sixers are contenders for the Eastern Conference Finals.
For sure. I 100%
Um,
agree.
but speaking of Cleveland, nothing on James Harden re-signing. I thought that they were going to hold out, of course, because of LeBron. But even after, they're still not. I don't know if they're working
Does he
around something,
retire
but
too?
yeah,
He's probably trying to get more money than he's worth.
yeah, that's and it's funny because LeBron said that's not what he was doing it for. But what was it? 2 years, $8 million minimum vet.
Yeah, great
Yeah,
deal.
so that was a good deal for him. Uh, yeah, speaking of retirements, if y'all didn't see in the news today, it is officially after an 18-year career, successful triple double leader. Brody Russell Westbrook is officially retired.
This is true. It's crazy. Our era of guys are almost completely gone, man. It's the next generation of players. Like watching the NBA draft, hearing some of those names get called, you're like, holy moly, these kids getting drafted are younger than me now. I'm older
Literally,
than half these people, which is
like,
just crazy to think about.
Do you realize that the Mavs are putting their future into the hands of a guy that's like a few months younger than us, at least a year?
Right.
Like, that's don't no diss on him. He's gonna be great for us, but it just blows my mind, like
Yeah.
how
It
young these
really
guys
is.
are.
It's crazy.
But
Yeah,
yeah, I
so
saw a
congrats to
picture.
him.
Congrats to
Great
Brody.
career. I don't blame him. I wouldn't want to play for the Kings for another season either.
Now with
So
how they're doing with the next few years, I think they have a title drought of like 52. I don't know. I saw a title drought list I came across the other day, but
they're
either way,
never
the
winning
Kings are
again, bro.
not for a while. No. Um, I was thinking to myself earlier too. I was like, "There's going to be a time where a season in the NBA is going to start, and we're not going to see LeBron, Curry, or KD." Like,
I don't want to think about that, bro.
I don't either.
It's
Nope.
it's crazy, man.
Yeah, but guys, the NBA schedule is now that we're still on it. The NBA schedule officially fully releases tomorrow, but we had the primetime matchups that came in. So the season opener is going to be opening night. It's going to have three games this year. It's going to be the Celtics Pistons, and then the Knicks are going to hoist their banner and play the Sixers, and then it'll be a Western Conference rematch of Spurs Thunder. How do we feel about opening night matchups?
I don't really care about Celtics Pistons. Uh, Knicks rubbing it in the Sixers' face that they got a championship. Cool. And then Thunder Spurs. That'll be good. I'm gonna enjoy that.
We already saw how they gave us a 7 game series last year. So if that's not a great way to start off the season for the NBA, I don't know what is. And then we have our Christmas Day matchups, which is going to be Spurs versus Knicks NBA Finals rematch, Heat versus Celtics. Then it'll be 76ers versus Lakers, Thunder and Timberwolves, and Nuggets and Golden State. Which of these matchups I'd say are you looking most like interested or intrigued for to watch?
I feel like Nuggets and Warriors, when both those teams are healthy, all like some. I feel like something always happens between
I
them.
think shootout on
Yeah, for
offense.
sure. I think that will probably be the most entertaining game to watch, in my opinion. Um, cause I just love watching Curry on Christmas, bro. That's
Curry
all I
on
gotta say.
Christmas is
Curry and Jokic, bro. Like Curry is one of the most fun people to watch. So if he's healthy, I think that's probably my go-to.
yeah. I also enjoy our LeBron and Curry matchups. That's not going to be happening this year, unfortunately. But seeing LeBron and Curry on Christmas Day, especially going at it, is always a memorable time for the holidays.
Absolutely.
But not only that is it the NBA on Christmas, it's also the NFL on Christmas. The NFL has made some noise with Christmas these past couple of years. The Christmas matchups for those are going to be Eagles versus Texans on Christmas Eve, and then it's going to be Christmas Day, Packers, Bears, Bills, Broncos, and Rams, Seahawks. For me, I'm looking forward to the Rams, Seahawks matchup.
Oh, for sure. Because I think obviously the Rams are going to be one of the best teams in the league. I think the Seahawks will still be pretty good. So, and they're division rivals. That'll be super fun to watch. Eagles and Texans. I don't really care about that a whole
It's
lot,
on Christmas Eve
to be
too,
honest.
so
And then Packers and Bears, another great matchup.
that's NFC
That'll be
West.
fun to watch.
Um, that Packers Bears matchup last year before Christmas on week whatever that was a good one when DJ Moore caught the stunning OT catch. So they brought us good match. It's a rivalry that goes back 100 years. So
Well, rivalry. I don't know.
rivalry,
Aaron Rodgers has
but
kind of owned them for the past.
well,
Nah,
yeah,
it is more of a rivalry now. So I will
because
say.
They got him 2-1 this past season, so that's why I say that.
Yes,
But I still remember when Aaron Rodgers ran into the end zone and said, "I still own you."
I do too.
I love that. Oh,
Oh,
good old
Bears,
Aaron
Bears,
Rodgers.
Bears.
But we have so as we transition with the NFL on Christmas, we're going to transition to the NFL. As y'all know, the NFL is right around the corner. We have under 30 days until kickoff. It's going to be on a Wednesday with Rams and
Patriots,
Patriots
Seahawks.
and Seahawks. It's going to be the Super Bowl rematch. So the two teams that ended the season last year will start off the new season. How are we feeling about that?
I mean, I think it's kind of whatever because I mean, let's be real. The Super Bowl was kind of just mediocre. I mean, Seahawks kind of just ran away with it. They pretty much
Patriots kind of
dominated,
fell into a
but
good team.
but but I think the Patriots upgraded their roster. So I guess we'll see what happens
Yeah,
because
I think
AJ Brown coming in, that'll be huge. He's due for a big season.
AJ Brown no longer in my division. I'm glad. At first, I was hesitant about it. I was like, I don't, because usually you don't open up a Super Bowl rematch on the opening week. But after looking at their schedules and seeing how it was, I was like, yeah, this does make sense because I don't know where else you could fit this matchup other than
Yeah, I mean, I would throw. I mean, obviously throwing it on a primetime game opening week for sure was the move because I mean, in previous seasons, they've done it week 4, week 5, whatever.
yeah.
Nobody cares at that point.
Yeah, so it's opening it up to start off. It's gonna be it'll be cool, and it's just like the Patriots are watching a banner throw right in front of them that they were competing for against the same
Yep.
team. So that's
Hey,
gonna make
Patriots
you
still got 6 of them things though.
yeah.
So
And we all know who got them those. And what's crazy is that guy has more Super Bowl rings than every single franchise. Think about that.
correct. Yep.
That's I was thinking about that the other
Yep.
day too.
Hey, Adam Vinatieri though, that boy Clutch. Speaking of
Mm-hmm.
him, he was inducted into the Hall of Fame this past week. So
Oh yeah, I forgot
shout
to
out
bring that up.
Adam,
Shout
shout
out
out
Adam.
Larry, shout out
Shout out
Drew,
Drew.
and shout out Roger.
Um, I think it was a good class this year. This class. Oh, speaking of Hall of
One
Fame, we had
hundred
the Hall of
percent.
Fame game last week.
Absolutely, what a fun game to
What
watch,
did
man! Football is back. Haynes King,
Higgins King?
Kenny Pickett, you're gonna be flipping burgers soon, buddy. Haynes King just took your job.
Carson Beck, I could say for the first time that I guess I was impressed. Although it was a
I
preseason game,
I
but still.
I don't like Carson Beck.
Hmm.
I didn't want him to do good, but he did look really good the other night. I will give him credit where credit is due. He did look good.
And then that leaves the case with Jacoby Brissett. We'll
Yeah,
see.
that boy eh, Carson Beck coming for his job, man. But that
Absolutely.
Cardinals roster is so terrible. Like, I don't know, dude. And then, obviously Marvin Harrison Jr. has question marks.
Yeah.
Jeremiah Love should
Rookie
be good, but
coming in. But we'll get more into depth with those teams, and of course, we'll get more into opening week with that matchup with the Patriots and Seahawks. But there is something I did want to cover or like play a game kind of. It's going to be step up or step down. I'm going to give you 5 NFL teams, and then you'll tell me if they could step up or step down, and then I'll come in and give my speech. But the first thing I want to do on this list, as much as we despise this team because it's in our division, I'm going to say the Eagles for the first one.
step down. I think they're worse. Um, I genuinely do think they're worse. Obviously, losing AJ Brown's a big factor on that. I don't think their defense will be as good. I think they genuinely will regress as a team. I don't see them. Makai Lemon already has question marks. He may not even start the season from what I've been seeing. So, I mean, this is Lane Johnson's farewell tour too,
I
basically.
did see that.
So,
That did come out. Yeah, I just and this isn't me just saying because we hate them because they're in our division, but it's true. I mean, you lost AJ Brown, and even with him, that offense was still dysfunctional. It wasn't even fun to watch. I don't get how they won the games that they did. They did win the Super Bowl, but in the case, it's like the growing problems with AJ Brown is what really put the hammer in the coffin. It was like, yeah, we're getting him out of here. So yeah, I don't know how this offense will work under Devontae Smith's the new number one now, I think. So
Correct.
we'll
And
see what.
he'll have a breakout season, I think, if he stays healthy. Again,
Mm-hmm,
another question mark there is, can Devontae Smith stay healthy? Because he's missed a bunch of games since he's been in the
mm-hmm. And as you mentioned, Lane Johnson's farewell tour, so there's only so much that line can hold up. They did extend Jalen Carter the other day,
This is
but I
true.
mean,
And he'll still be good. Like, their
yeah,
defense will still be good. I don't think it regresses that much.
and they did
Uh,
lose their secondary coach to our just for their defenses.
exactly. So I think that people really need to understand how much of an effect coaching has on
Mm-hmm.
teams.
Oh
A
yes,
bad coaching
oh
staff,
yes,
one bad coach, really can make or break a team and players. Some players
mm-hmm.
play good for certain coaches and then leave that coaching staff and they're not good anymore. Coaches affect the game, man. Shout out coaches.
They
Respect
they
your
really
coaches.
they really do have a developmental impact on a lot of these young players, especially the guys coming into the league now. So I say it's very important, like you said. Shout out to all the coaches for making this better. Um, then the next team, you'll like this team because
Oh
it's
yeah.
your second favorite team, Tennessee Titans.
Oh yeah. Step up, obviously. Um, like I just said, coaching huge factor.
Mm-hmm.
Our coaching staff so much improved. I cannot wait to see what Robert Sala does with the team. He, I know everybody hates on him, whatever, because of his stint with the Jets. Oh, it's the Jets. The Jets are trash. Nobody can coach the Jets.
Wasn't
It's a
putting it.
dumpster fire of an organization. Bringing in Brian Dable to work with Cam Ward, huge. Look what Josh Allen did when Brian Dable came in. Like
And that's
he
what I thought of.
helped Josh Allen hugely in his progression. Carnell Tate gonna be an absolute monster, bro. Like I know it's just training camp highlights, but he's gonna be amazing. And then not only that, we added Wandell Robinson, Chamari Dike, who led the league in all-purpose yards last year. Alik Iomanner and Calvin Ridley still on the team. Like our defense is upgraded. We signed John Franklin Myers. We upgraded the secondary. Like there are a lot of pieces. I'm not saying we're going to go win 13, 14 games. That's not what I'm saying. But I am saying our ceiling can be as high as 11 wins if possible because we don't have that hard of a schedule. We really don't. It's a very easy winnable schedule.
Yeah, I will agree with you on that. I think they do take a step up. I'm going to be honest. I just did a Madden franchise rebuild with them on 26, and I led them to three Super Bowls. So I kind of know this offense and defense now, front and back. But yeah, they're very young and talented. The receiving core is where I'm really excited to look at. And you still have Tony Pollard, Todd Spears, who is also in the backup. I think he'll be very helpful in that
He's
run
super
game.
explosive. He's fun to watch.
And then, of course, like you mentioned, their defense. Now, they did lose Jarius Sneed, didn't they? But I mean,
Yeah, but he
to the
ain't ever
Chiefs. But
played. He was
he's no,
terrible in Tennessee.
I can't remember what
We
he's.
signed Alante Taylor and Cordell Flott, who are both above average serviceable corners. So I'm excited for them.
And then, of course, you got the big man up front, Jeffrey Simmons.
Jeffrey Simmons and John
Dominant
Franklin Myers is one of,
dogs.
if not the best defensive line and like defensive tackle duos in the league, bro. They're gonna be so good, man.
I enjoy watching Jeffrey Simmons on the Titans. I think he's real capable on that line.
Best defensive tackle in the league, man. No
Absolutely.
bias.
This
I'm
he would
not the
know
only
more, of
person to be
course.
saying that either.
No. Uh I gotta look at my DTs and see who else, but so far I like Jeffrey Simmons. Another the third team I want to do, and this is just based off of how I saw them in the playoffs and how they do well. The Texans.
Step down. I
Okay.
think their defense improved. Not necessarily improved. I think their defense is still going to be a powerhouse. Their
Okay.
defense will win them games, but I think CJ Stroud has some question marks. Phenomenal rookie season, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sophomore slump, but it wasn't too great last year. 4 picks in a playoff game to get eliminated. Not saying all of them were his fault, but doesn't really have any weapons. Nico Collins, great weapon, love him. Injury prone, bro. Always has some sort of concerns with the injuries. Tank Dell coming off injuries. I mean, the question marks there. He's not going to be the same explosive guy that we once knew him to be. They really don't have that many weapons. Dalton Schultz, okay, sure. Like that offensive line is still horrendous. Their defense will win them games. It all depends on their offense for me, and I think they took a step down offensively.
Yeah, and that's the first thing that I kind of thought of when I was thinking of the Texans was CJ Stroud and that playoff performance he had. Like you said, 4 picks. I mean, and they were questioning it even at halftime. I remember when they were talking about it on ESPN. It's just like
Bring in Davis Mills, bro. He would not have played that bad, I promise you.
those days. Yeah, I just for me, it's CJ Stroud's the question, and of course, like you said, with the weapons, it's their defense. Of course, is phenomenal. The absolute the best. I think their defense. If the Texans would have done better on offense, their defense kept them in that game for majority of it, and they would have
They
done
really did,
probably
man.
Will Anderson. Who else?
Danielle Hunter.
Daniel Hunter. I gotta look
I
at
mean,
their roster.
they've got a bunch of yeah. I mean, Derek Stingley
Yeah.
Jr. was one of the best corners in the league last year.
Hmm.
Jalen Petrie, amazing to watch. He's a dog, hard hitter. Like, I mean, their defense was never the problem.
It's the offense. So we'll see how they do. I would say for me, I would do step down just from the performance of the playoffs and how they go moving forward with CJ. Um, how many teams is that? Three, four,
3. That was the third
three.
team.
Who's the fourth team? Okay, so I was debating between this team and someone else. I'm gonna I'm gonna throw in Carolina.
Am I allowed to say neither? Like,
You can do neither. Yeah, you
I
can do
don't
neither.
think they got worse, and I don't think they got better because they really stay the same. They didn't make a whole lot of roster changes.
Mm-mm.
I liked what I saw out of Bryce Young last season. Towards the end of the season, I love Tedero McMillan. I think he's a dog. And they have some great pieces defensively. And
Mm-hmm.
the NFC South is always up for grabs, bro. Like that is the most up for grabs division
Division.
if I've ever seen it. So I don't think they've necessarily gotten better. I don't think they've gotten worse. I think they're probably around 9, 10 wins again, like they were last season.
Yeah, and because of how up for grabs that division is, they were able to sink it into the playoffs real quick. And I was,
And competed. They did
yep, and
compete.
competed. They put up a good show against the Los Angeles Rams. I will give them
Yes,
that.
they
That,
did.
that was a very
For a minute there, I thought they could have won it.
yeah, uh-huh. That last drive there, I can't remember who it was, but it was they almost
If
got it.
Xavier legit wasn't horrible.
No, that was definitely a good way to start off the playoffs. And so they were one that I was debating, but I kind of was like, you know what, let's throw them in because the Panthers since Cam has left have not been very up and at him. But the last team I want to do, you did say their name when we were talking about this, so I decided to say, you know what, let's just throw them in. The Bengals.
Bengals, yeah, I think they step up. Um, Obviously, defense still horrible, still atrocious. Losing Trey Hendrickson doesn't help, but that offense is so stacked, man.
Mm-hmm.
I could see them making the playoffs if they're fully healthy. If Burrow's healthy, I can see them going back to the playoffs like they once were. Because I think that offense is that good. Joe Burrow, T. Higgins, Chase Brown,
You
all
picked
three
up
of those
Jamar in
dudes,
your
man.
our fantasy, right?
I did.
Yeah.
I used my first not the first overall pick, but my first pick on Jamar Chase. So I actually have the stack of Jamar Chase, T Higgins. So we'll see how that goes for me.
We all know. I can't believe I took Derek. It's funny. I figured that was going to be your pick, so I just was like, you know what, I'm not going to do that. But that's not what we're here to talk about fantasy. So that's 5 teams. Did you want to do division split it half and half, or you just want to wait till next week?
I'd rather do them all at once. So we can do that next week.
Okay, that's fine. So, yeah, we were deciding on whether to do division winners or not, but for each team. But like I said, football's still a few more weeks. We're in the preseason, so there's not really. It's just if we're going to talk about preseason, we just talk about training camps and all that and how they look. But we'll have more time to talk about that. So I guess we'll just wrap things up here. It was a good episode. It was good to be back, and then we'll see.
Absolutely.
College football is right around the corner as well, and the AP
And
polls are
hope
going.
hey, schedules are starting to clear up for us hopefully, so
Oh
trying
yeah,
to get them more out consistently. It's been busy, busy, busy for me and just being out of town, schedules have been clashed, and so we
yeah,
apologize for the inconvenience. But we're looking to get back to weekly episodes every Monday. Well, we'll film them Mondays, have them out Tuesdays.
Tuesdays.
So hopefully sometime within the next few weeks we'll be back on a good schedule.
Yeah,
But yeah,
yeah, and I'm glad we took the every other week or whatever approach in the summer because we just knew like with our schedules and it being dry with not much going on, it's just like there's not much we can jam into each week and just talk about the
right.
same thing. But now that it's August, like we mentioned, full back in swing. So let's do it. But all right, guys, y'all listen to another episode of the KC Sports Podcast. I'm Cooper. That's Caden signing off.